Boxfighting is a skill that translates through all seasons and is essential to becoming a better fighter. I've always struggled in them, so for the past week, I practiced the mechanics, played a ton of rounds, 1v1 pros, and VOD reviewed them. I learned a lot of different moves and tips that helped me improve, which I'll cover throughout the video. To benchmark my progress, I played my friend Leeph for 30 rounds and will compare this score to the end of the week. He's one of the best box fighters I know, so I wasn't expecting his score to be close, but I was getting cooked. I was able to get a couple rounds, but the final score ended up being 23-7. In these fights, I was looking lost, and that's because I didn't really know what to do, so I was just reacting to what Leeph was doing, and you saw how that went. But the other rounds, I can't even explain what my thought process was. After the 30 rounds, Leeph showed me a couple of things I should be doing in fights, some things more helpful than others.
So there, you don't want to be on a wall that's not yours. That's a tip for that.
The first real advice was to spam the self-proclaimed Leeph angle. The Leeph angle is where you make a 4-tile edge on the right and spray at the wall. If you're positioned correctly, your opponent can't see you and you could pressure to take the wall for free.
That's there, bro. Also, like, if you get the wall, like, off the angle, you just gotta insta commit to a window at it. 100 pump every time. Like, if they're, like, moving towards, like, my wall, how you're trying to take mine, like, you hit a quick left-hand window.
Oh, you're saying like once you get it off of the peak?
Yeah, like you just run at the wall against the window. Like, that's the go-to right there.
As he mentioned in this clip, an added step to taking the wall can be the insta window edit, which you can see was working against me.
People are like way too aggressive. Like, he'll hit me 100 or something, and then like I'll back up and just be able to insta edit because he's just trying to run at me. Yeah, if I hit somebody 100, I'll just reload my guns, chill, and then like, then I'll start going again.
On day 2, I played a bunch of box fights and was able to get a better feel for what I needed to be doing and had some decent rounds. I was still getting beat pretty bad, which helped me identify some of the main issues in my gameplay. My crosshair was too shaky and flicky when editing and shooting, causing me to miss easy edits and shots. I was messing up edits to escape, I was making wide edits and taking dumb trades, I was over aggressive after getting some damage, my crosshair placement was bad, making me miss walls and resets, my reaction time was slow, my awareness of wall possession was bad, my reload management was bad, and the angles I pressured from were bad. And on day 3, all of this was on display when I 1v1 the 4x grand finalist with over 10k earned and got smoked. In 18 rounds, I only managed to win 2, one of which was a bailout. I had him send me his VOD, that way I could look back and see what he was doing that made him so good, and I learned a lot. First is his start. He places cones and walls on the back row of his side to claim space ahead of time, then he edits his wall so he can stand on the right hand while holding the wall. If he doesn't get it, he'll hide behind his wall before trying to take it, but if he gets it, he'll insta edit with his blueprint to get a free shot. I've never seen this start, but it seems to be pretty common amongst pros because in this video, Clicks is claiming all the walls at the start, and Reed does the insta edit and gets damaged the same way Braydz got damaged on me. I was getting the wall a lot, so he would start placing the wall on the side and start the fight from there. When doing this, he would build the cones as well, which made me realize I could be placing cones on the sides of opponents, that way if they tried to expand, I could go for their wall and they couldn't defend themselves by editing up the cone. Outside of the start, some important things he did was claim pieces when breaking the front wall. This is something basic in normal fights, but when box fighting, I find it more difficult to notice when someone does this, and he caught me with this a few times. If he gets in the box and we're on opposite sides of a stair or cone, he won't break it and replace it with a cone to 50-50. He'll break it and build a stair while phasing to give him a free shot. He'll also start damaging walls, then pretend like he's leaving, then come back while I'm looking the other way. But the most notable thing in these fights was how he pressured walls. I used my guns to pressure walls, but nothing like how he did. He would use whatever he needed to break and claim builds to keep pressure. He focused walls that just got reset since they break to one hit with a shotgun or pickaxe or 2 shots with an AR. In this one clip, he lost the wall but was spraying with his AR while jumping back and reclaimed it then killed me. From my POV, he took the wall so quick and I had no clue how he took it so fast. He also pressures and claims builds from safe angles. A mistake I made was spraying builds while giving the opponent the opportunity to shoot me, but Braydz will make it impossible for you to hit him. Like when he went to claim my floor, he edited a window from the side and replaced it with his AR so I couldn't see him at all. The last thing is when he decides to commit to a wall. He pressures behind cover, but once a wall is damaged or reset, he'll commit or go in front of a wall when trying to claim it. That way if he gets it, he's in a better position to get a shot, and if he doesn't get the wall, he could quickly retreat before getting edited on. I found that a lot of times I was taking damage was when I would commit to a wall that has too much health, not be able to break it fast enough, and get shot. I'll do a recap at the end covering everything I learned so you don't forget anything. After learning all this, I tried to apply it to my fights and was instantly able to see improvement. Just having more of an idea of what I needed to do made a huge difference, and the main difference wasn't how much pressure I was applying. I wasn't using my guns nearly as much in the first 3 days, but now I was applying a lot more pressure and ending rounds quicker. I felt good playing against most of my friends, but I played Leeph again and that's where I realized I still got a lot to work on. The moves I tried worked and I was able to create openings to damage or kill him, which I wasn't able to do before, but I have to play at a faster speed against him, and if I was too slow or rushed and missed the edit, I would get punished for it. Two things that cost me a lot of rounds was my movement on peaks and getting too aggressive. I watched Leeph's POV and like he said before, he'll get damaged for a second then sit back before fighting again. When watching him, I also realized I don't sprint at all. In every box fight, pros sprint whether it's to get a different angle or to escape out of a box. Meanwhile, I'm running in slow motion wherever I need to go. The last thing I noticed is that he would spray his AR to get damage from distance. I only really use my AR to pressure walls, but when I would be healing or trying to make a peek from far, he would shoot his AR from a safe angle knowing he wouldn't get hit back. Days 5 and 6, I wanted to clean up the moves I was making to prevent missing out on kills and taking damage, so I practiced making peeks from behind cover as well as hitting blueprint edits. One tip I have for practicing like this is actually take out and shoot your gun after making the edit. I could do a bunch of blueprint edits and reset, but taking my gun out made it more realistic, which changed the difficulty for me. Doing that made a clear difference in game because I was able to hit a lot more blueprint edits, resulting in heavy damage or kills, and felt better mechanically, which showed in these rounds.
No, man.
I wish I had that.
What the fuck?
I wanted to see how my fighting felt in real game and never mind. Now on day 7, I'm 1v1ing Leeph for another 30 rounds to see if I could beat my score from the beginning of the week, which was 23-7. I got a couple rounds early, but then started making dumb edits costing me rounds I should have won. It got down to the last 5 rounds and I need 2 rounds to beat my score from last week.
Bro, oh.
Nice peek, bro. You're in. Yeah.
I was able to beat my score from the beginning of the week by 2 rounds, and while it doesn't look like much improvement, I can't expect to go from walking into edits to going even with someone who's really good at box fights in just a week. The quality of my kills in day 7 were a lot higher than in the first day, and I learned a lot throughout the week, which helped me improve significantly. Here's a recap of everything I learned so you can apply it to your game.
On main too, so like
I'm going to continue the box fight over the course of the season, improving and learning new things, so if you want me to make a full box fight guide later in the season, let me know in the comments. And if you want a full guide on the best ways to practice in creative, click on this video. Like and subscribe, peace.